leaders of a New Mexico prison gang were scheming to kill corrections department officials including Secretary Greg Marcantel, according to a grand jury indictment unsealed last week. The 53-page indictment filed in U.S. District Court on April 21, but only unsealed on Thursday, charges a dozen members of Syndicato de Nuevo Mexico with racketeering, conspiracy and some with murder. The indictment says that on October 24, the gang's alleged leader, Anthony Ray Papa Baca, suggested the group hit two corrections department officials who were telling Marcantel lies about the Sindicato. The worst thing that could happen, he said, is that the gang's leaders would be sent out of state, according to the indictment. Serving a sentence at the state penitentiary of New Mexico outside Santa Fe for first-degree murder, Baca purportedly directed gang members to research the home addresses of prison officials. But the indictment suggests there was also mistrust among the alleged conspirators. For example, one gang leader, Christopher Garcia, directed one of the hitmen to inject another hitman, Mandalan Chucko Parker, with a lethal dose of heroin after killing Marcantel, according to the indictment. Garcia purportedly told the hitman he did not trust Parker. Meanwhile, the group allegedly accumulated firearms for the assassinations. The plot was never carried out, but the indictment alleges gang members have been involved in a series of other murders throughout the years. The document describes the Sindicato as a powerful and violent prison gang which controlled drug distribution and other criminal activity both inside and outside the prison walls. The gang formed following the 1980 riot at the state penitentiary of New Mexico, during which 3 inmates were killed and 12 officers were taken hostage, several seriously assaulted and raped, the indictment says. Today, the Sindicato comprises approximately 250 members operating under a panel or a mix or leaders, according to the indictment. Sindicato claims all of New Mexico as its territory and is locked in a fierce, violent war with rival gangs such as Barrio Azteca, Los Carnals, Chiranos and Burquinos, the indictment says. The war has led to stabbings, beatings and murder, and extends into the streets where the gangs are battling for influence. Though imprisoned, the leaders, aided by compliant visitors, maintain a stream of communications with their colleagues and subordinates, the indictment says. The indictment names a total of 12 men, alleged leaders such as Baca, Garcia, Manuel Jacob Big J Carmio and Daniel Dandan Sanchez, as well as members identified as Parker, Frederico Playboy Munoz, Sergio Loya Rodriguez, also known as Churro, Manuel Panther Benito, Vincent Fatal Garduno, Anthony Antoni Cordova, Richard Dopey Gallegos and Daniel Smurf Arculeta. Each of the men is charged with racketeering conspiracy, but the indictment is just the latest in a string of charges in an ongoing investigation of the gang. The indictment charges Garcia and Cordova with murder in the 2005 death of 28-year-old Shane Dixon Albuquerque. Gallegos is also charged under the indictment with murder for a 2014 killing in Bernalillo County. Parker, Armillo, Arculeta, Munoz, Cordova, Gallegos, Rodriguez, Benito and Garduno appeared in federal court in Albuquerque on Friday. Judge Karen B. Molson remanded each to custody of the U.S. Marshals Service. Court records show the other 3 men named in the indictment are still in prison on other charges.